Oshi no Ko. A very weird story that, while having the reincarnation trope, it still tells a story about the dark side of entertainment with idols and child acting. I read the first 3 volumes, and I watched all 3 seasons of the anime. I do have issues with the doctor character just because he's weird, and it's the reason I didn't make it through the first episode when the anime first aired. This time, I read the first 3 volumes and then watched the anime. Still have issues with the doctor, but I was able to make it through because I found the story interesting. I do know things are going to get weird. However, I feel they're not going to be any more weird than the strangest anime that I have probably watched, which is My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute. Nothing can get weirder than that one. Also, even if it does get weird, I feel like the murder mystery thing just continually intrigues me, so I want to see where that goes. Most of the characters are pretty likable. The pacing is a bit slow for me in the anime later on, whereas the only episode that covers the first full volume of the manga is the very first episode. The other ones up to episode 8 covers the first 3 volumes, and it's only the beginning of episode 8 that covers the 3rd volume. The anime also has some weird translations that I didn't much care for, and also it takes some serious themes and I feel like kind of brushes over them and doesn't take them as seriously as they need to be taken. But overall, the anime to manga transition, from what I read, matches very well. I did look up for later on in the anime since I did watch all 3 seasons of it. People said that it matches one for one pretty much, except for slight story rewrites. I guess some things didn't make too much sense, so they rewrote it to actually make sense, which I'm fine with that. if it helps the story, that's good. I do think the series in general is a like it or hate it. I like the series because it's showing the entertainment industry and how it really just wants to profit off of people and how quickly they're just going to throw someone out, especially with these younger idols and actors, and how they'll just let them end up in bad situations without actually caring, and the ones that do care are so far and few between. There was one line in the anime, I believe it was the first season, kind of creeped me out, but it really set the tone for like how creepy some of the producers can be, where he was speaking to Aqua, the character Aqua, and he said she just dressed terribly because that's just how that kid was. And then he turned around and followed it up with, when she went to this company that she learned acting with, when she came back, she had the face of a woman. I was like, ooh, that's kind of icky. Yeah, it gave me the ick for that one, but it really showed you just how quickly they can be like, oh, they're just a kid, and then as soon as like they either become more profitable or their looks change, or maybe they develop quicker than other girls or other boys, and it gets weird in the entertainment industry, and I think that that's not talked about enough. So I'm glad that was kind of addressed in this anime. Simply because it really gives like it just shows you how quickly people in the industry can be like justifying their evil behaviors with this crap, and it's just so unacceptable. So again, glad it was addressed in this anime. I will say personally, out of the two, the anime and the manga, I do recommend the anime a lot more, simply because I think a lot of the scenes were very beautiful, art-wise and animation-wise. The colors like really show and capture an emotion that I feel like the manga can't quite capture, again, because it's just still images, and see the characters really come to life in the very powerful moments when they're like getting their sparks, which I really, really liked. So out of the two, I do recommend the anime a lot more. Unless the pages are fully colored. Again, I'm not super far in the manga, so unless it's like fully covered, I could see it maybe getting that emotion on pages. It's also just a very color poppy anime, so I think it just speaks more volumes in color. I am personally not sure if I'm going to continue the manga just because I've watched all 3 seasons. Uh, the fourth season is confirmed, so there is going to be a final season. So we're going to see it finished, which is really great. Uh, so personally, I would just say go with the anime, since it's kind of a one for one, pretty well matching. And get the manga if you really want it. I personally am probably just going to stick with anime. But that leads me to the question on how do you guys feel about Oshi no Ko? Because I remember when it came out, it was pretty controversial, and a lot of people had problems with it. I personally really like it. Also, I think the anime helps because of all the music. Again, that's not something you're gonna get in the manga. Music is just super powerful. I love the music. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!